Hello everyone, how are you today? Not gonna lie, I feel a little bit weird filming this week just because there hasn't been a lot of progress in many of my projects. I've been focusing a lot on those crocheted bumblebees last week or the last 2 weeks, and so there's a few things that were put on the back burner, but I also started some new projects. I thought, you know what, let's just do a quick little project recap and show you what I've been working on and just have this moment of just being excited for all the things. So the first project I want to talk about is the Steady Threads 2023 Botanical Stitch Along. Still loving this project. I just finished stitching up weeks 5 and week 6. Loving that purple. Week 5 was one that I wasn't actually sure if I liked how it looked. I actually contemplated skipping that one. So then I thought, no, let's try it in purple. Imagine it's little like bluebells or something. And now that it's on there, I'm really liking it. And then week 6 with those beautiful pops of yellow, yes please. So I'm super happy with that. I believe they just released week 21 or week 22, so got a few more to go, but I'm not too worried about the time frame. I am hoping that I can get week 7 and week 8 done right away so that I can film a little reel over on Instagram. Probably several months ago now, I filmed a reel of my hexagon build-up and really enjoyed seeing that come to life. So I think now that once I hit the 8 floral infills completed, I want to make a new reel. I think that would be very sweet. The next project I wanted to talk about is my corner to corner blanket. Now this one has actually been put in the corner. I ran into a wonderful but horrible problem. I actually used up all of my chunky yarns. Now the reason I started this project was because I had a bunch of chunky yarns I didn't know what to do with. So this is actually a blessing. I was able to use up all of my stuff. I actually started using some worsted weight 4 held double to try to get myself a little bit further, but I didn't want the last corner to be completely variegated, so I had to stop and put it down. Now though, I was chatting with my sister-in-law and she had a bunch of chunky yarns that she wasn't using. She very kindly donated a bunch of that for this blanket project, and I'm super happy. A lot of it is this beautiful teal color, so I'm thinking I might actually rip back a little bit of my blanket just so I could incorporate some of that teal sooner. So again, we don't just have a corner that is completely teal. So I'm very happy to be working on that. Very excited again, actually, and I think I might do a craft with me dedicated video right away just so I can focus on the corner to corner blanket. And because I haven't been working on the corner to corner blanket, I actually started a new blanket project. I have had this idea floating in my head for a while, and sometimes when I have ideas, I just kind of let them fade away because who am I to design something? But I don't know, you guys, the crocheted bumblebee has given me this like oomph of confidence, and I kind of want to design a blanket now. I picked out some yarn from my stash. This is actually some lovely yarn that was donated to me from my friend Beth. I shared a little video, which I'll link down below, of just kind of being surprised by all the wonderful things she's gifted me. This beautiful white, this beautiful pink, and I thought, oh, I have some variegated yarn, which I have right here. So I'll just show, I'll hold this double and we'll make this wonderful blanket. When I was doing up my little swatch stitching though, I realized that the pink yarn, even though it was a size 4 worsted weight, that's so good. Even though it was size 4 worsted weight, because it was twisted, it was actually much chunkier than the white. So I looked at it and I thought, no, I need to do this properly. I think if this wasn't going to be something that I was thinking of actually designing and making it professional, I probably would have just faked it and kind of used it, because my idea, the pink is going to be scattered throughout, and I think I could have made it work. But because I'm brand new at this and I don't want there to be any crazy hiccups later down the road, I actually texted my friend Sarah and I was like, hey, what are the chances you have this pink but not twisted? And she did. So I'm super happy. A little bit nervous because I feel like where are the rules? Like what do I do now? I'm like, that's up to me. Like I now get to choose what happens. So it's very exciting. Hoping to make lots of progress on that too. Another knitting project, so it's super happy to be back working with my needles, and I cannot wait to see if my idea comes out in physical form. All right, next I am working on some knitted socks for my oldest daughter. I have previously made some socks for my youngest. Actually, a long time ago I made socks for my oldest daughter, then my youngest needed some socks, and now it's my older daughter's turn again. So she picked out her yarn, a lot of the same yarn that was used for my youngest daughter's socks, although she also picked this beautiful sparkly, I think the word is Stellina, yarn from Vivid Yarn Studio. So I'm very excited to see that all knit up. She also wants it to be definitely more stripy, so it's going to be like one of the colors and then the Vivid Yarn Studio, another color, Vivid Yarn Studio. So this will give me the chance to see if I can make a do the twisted yarn action as I'm knitting up, so I don't have to cut all the yarns all the time. So I will do research and I will figure that out so I don't make the same mistake as I did with my youngest daughter's socks. And then last but definitely not least, I'm working on some bargello projects. Now bargello is a very new to me concept. My friend Sarah introduced it to me, and it's this wonderful, I describe it as this weaving concept, this weaving, I don't know if weaving is the correct word, but I feel like I'm just old school tapestry weaving, and it makes me very, very happy. But with bargello, you need like a harder canvas to work on, and then you just create your design and you just do this lovely weaving. So this is one thing that I'm working on, and it's going to be, once it's all done, it's going to be either for around a candle or around a plant pot like this. And it's super awesome. I have a few other designs too here, but they are not, I did not work on them at all. So this is definitely the one that's most exciting. It feels very meditative just being able to, I don't know, it's so relaxing. I really, really enjoy it. And of course there's so many designs. I think the biggest concept with bargello is it's just kind of a repeating design all the way through the canvas. And we just use yarn, and it's, I don't know, I just really, really like it. So that's a lot of the yarns here. This is my rainbow one here. This is for another project coming that I'll probably showcase in another video soon. But yeah, so that is kind of what's been going on with me. Just a lot of projects, kind of hopping to and fro as I feel the desire to. My wrist has been acting up a little bit when I've been crocheting, so it's nice to be able to switch between knitting and switch between my weaving, my bargello, and even embroidery. I find embroidery is much better because I use my whole hand, I guess, instead of just my wrist twisting. So it just changes it up. So I'm definitely trying to be very mindful of that because I love crafting and I want to be able to craft for a long, long time. And last thing, I did finish a book this week. It was The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've heard of Taylor Jenkins Reid books for so long. She's got a few of them now, and so I definitely wanted to try and pick one up. I really liked it. I'm finding that I really enjoy the concept of a famous person, wealthy person, someone who's been in the public light. They're now in their older years and they're telling their story to someone else, and so you get to learn about their entire life and the secrets they've had or the experiences they've had through this storytelling concept. I really, really enjoy that. I really loved The 13th Tale by Diana Shutterfield, which is the same kind of concept. Even The Great Circle by Maggie, oh, I forget her last name, Maggie Stepford. I'll put it there just in case I said that wrong. It wasn't quite the storytelling aspect, but we got to go back into the famous person's life and kind of figure out how she got to where she became famous. And so I'm really enjoying that concept. So yeah, it was a good video. I rated it 4 stars. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having wonderful weather wherever you are. I hope that you're enjoying your weeks. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.